numbers. It's about people. It's about community. It's about the next generation. Banking is personal. That's what we believe. And that's why we'll always put you first. Northwest Bank. Commitment you can bank on.
Iowa Lakes is the biggest bang for your buck. I don't know why you wouldn't come here. There's more to community colleges than you think. It's not just go to class and go home. There's still so many fun things you can do on campus. I made some great friendships with my professors. Like, I wanted to go to class. I wanted to do their assignments. You know, I liked the challenge that they gave me. And I think that makes a world of difference. I couldn't have asked for more. My name is Lauren Flay-Hardy, and I think Iowa Lakes is the perfect place to be.
Roofing solutions, pre-engineered steel buildings, and design-build solutions. Modern builders and modern design architects can make it happen. With over 60 years of experience, Modern Builders can manage every aspect of your build. Design, cost, scheduling, and performance. Check them out on the web at modernbuildinc.com. Modern Builders, proud sponsor of the Hinton Hard Hat Award winner.
A lot happens in Siouxland every day.
KCAU 9 News cuts through the noise every day to bring what's happening around your community into focus.
Amplifying what matters in Siouxland.
Your time is valuable.
So when this happens, and this happens,
and this, count on KCAU 9 News to bring you what matters.
KCAU 9 News. We are Siouxland proud.
Bob Rose presents Do You Know Pizza? The exciting trivia game where if you don't know pizza, just wing it. True or false? Each year, a whopping 5 billion pizzas are consumed throughout the world.
Mamma mia, that's a lot of pizza.
Bob Rose knows pizza, and they know how to feed a hungry family. Pizza, wings, burgers, chicken, and more. Bob Rose, where good food and good times gather.
Banking isn't just about financial products. It's about service and what we can do for you. Those personal touches are at the core of who we are at Central Bank. Decisions are made locally by people who get to know you. And while a lot has changed since 1877, we're still committed to our customers and to being the best bank in every community we serve. Central Bank, member FDIC.
At Premier Communications, we're all about connection, connecting you to all the entertainment, work, and family you love with our phone, internet, cable TV, and tech support services. And now, that connection has gotten even faster with internet speeds up to 1 gig. Experience the next level of connection with Premier Communications. Visit us online at mypremieronline.com or call toll-free 800-741-8351. Premier Communications, looking ahead.
Tees to Please, custom printed sportswear, 1008 West 7th Street, Sioux City, Iowa. Specializing in screen printed t-shirts, long sleeve tees, crew necks, and hooded sweatshirts. We have in-house artists creating custom graphics and designs. We also produce custom awards, trophies, plaques, and medals. For all your custom printed needs, Tees to Please, Sioux City, or online at tees2pleaseonline.com.
Live tonight from Haywarden, it's West Sioux basketball as the Falcons will take on the South O'Brien Wolverines. Metro Sports TV and CF Industries is proud to present live high school basketball. As Metro Sports, the leader in live high school sports, streaming across the Midwest, now featured in Sioux City, Sioux Falls, Des Moines, and now in the Lakes region. And you can watch these broadcasts on demand wherever you may be. Whatever device you like to stream with, find Metro Sports on YouTube, online at metrosports.tv, or with our proud partners, KCAU Channel 9, KFSY Channel 13 in Sioux Falls, Premier Communications, and Fox Sports Radio. For the best in live televised high school sports, watch Metro Sports TV all season long. Hi, everybody. This is Pat Schultz. I'll have the game tonight with the hometown hero here, Steve Marino. This is the Central Bank pregame show, and we get set with a team. One team 8-3. On the flip side, the other one 3-8, Steve, but we think we'll have a good basketball game.
Yeah, it should be a good one. South O'Brien coming in 8-3. They've obviously had a great season so far. West Sioux struggled a bit. We kind of knew that was going to happen. Gonna just, address the elephant in the room. Basketball has not been, it's been a bit of point of contention for West Sioux, trying to get people involved more on the girls' side than the guys, but it has been an issue. But we got a great team here at West Sioux, 3-8. They're starting to pick up steam, starting to gel. It's a younger team, only 2 seniors starting. The rest all juniors and underclassmen, and a little bit undersized, but they've been able to gel recently, rattle off a couple of wins, and they come in here tonight looking for number 4.
There's no lack of athletes out there. Colton Koopman has had an outstanding season career. Blake Higgins, of course, the outstanding football quarterback, and Austin Van Engelhoven. Those are terrific athletes. So West Sioux remains dangerous anytime you play them.
Yeah, it's really great to see Blake Wiggins back here on the basketball court. Those of you who are around for football season remember that unfortunate game where he broke his foot in overtime in a game that probably shouldn't have gone into overtime because West Sioux did score late to take the lead. Good to see him back here playing some basketball and showing how great of an athlete he is.
Well, you and I were talking about, it's been a while since I've been up here in the old Crow's Nest at West Sioux, and we were talking about the earlier years, of course, when we first started out here. Bryce Kopic, who has just been outstanding at Dordt College, having an incredible career. Of course, his brother Mason, Hunter Deckers, Baxter Walsh, all the lineup boys. Such a tradition here at West Sioux and such big games. It's going to be nice to see if these kids can get it going again.
Yeah, it'd be nice to see the culture continue to grow here at West Sioux. We're in a little bit of a lull right now performance-wise, but West Sioux always has a great athletic program. They really know how to get their kids in shape and create great athletes. And those aforementioned athletes you talked about who are on the court right now, Van Engelhoven, Koopmans, Garrettson has had a really good couple of years here as a freshman and a sophomore. Had a great season last year on the basketball court as a freshman. We're looking to see these guys continue to progress and have great futures here at West Sioux.
Gavin Garrettson, you talked about, is the leading scorer, averaging 14 points a game for a team that only averages 39 points per game. Tough to win ball games unless you are really, really good defensively.
Yeah, and the issue for West Sioux has actually really been able to get the lid off the bucket. They've had some difficulty scoring. These are some great athletes. They just got to find the rhythm, and they were able to do that the last couple of games, stopping another team in South O'Brien who has never really had an issue scoring, especially one of their great scorers, number 23, Derek Paulson, the 6'3" senior, averaging 25 points per game. This kid has no problem getting the ball in the basket.
Indeed, and he just came off a 46-point school record night. You're talking about South O'Brien with that long basketball tradition. Used to be, of course, Paulina, Neil Fegabank, Cranebrink, Snows, Randy Rolfson, the great golf pro over at the Lakes. All these guys, South O'Brien has such great tradition. So if you hold the scoring mark at South O'Brien, you're awfully good.
Absolutely. 2 schools with some great basketball history, some great athletes, and a lot of history between the two of them. Not an established rivalry in the War Eagle Conference, but these 2 teams have played plenty of basketball against each other and had some great matchups over the years.
Pat Schultz, Steve Marino here on the Central Bank pregame show. We're getting set for the South O'Brien Wolverines, 8-3 on the season, against the West Sioux Falcons, who are 3-8 on the season, looking to bounce back under Jerome Hoyt. Jerome looking fit and trim. Looks like he's ready to play as usual.
Yeah, and he just was up. Actually, I believe he was in Sioux Center recently, visiting a couple former Falcons, going to see the Kopic boys as they played, as Bryce Kopic's getting ready to finish up his senior year.
Oh boy.
At Dort, and his younger brother just starting to make waves there in Sioux Center. It was great to see
Bryce
him
Kopic.
visiting.
Of course, anytime I come to this court, I'll always remember the game against Sioux Center in the playoff game when West Sioux was ranked #1 with Deckers and Kopic and Lynott and Walsh, when Sioux Center played out of their heads, had a chance to wrap it up, missed a free throw. Hunter Deckers rebounded, went to Bryce Kopic, who drove down the middle, put it up with 2 seconds left, missed it, but Baxter Walsh came on the weak side, dipped it in. One of the most exciting plays we've had here at Metro Sports. Here's the starting lineups for tonight's game. For South O'Brien, 8-3 on the season are the Wolverines. At one guard will be Caden Whitrock. He's a 6-foot senior, averaging 5 points per game. At the other guard will be Gabe Mormon, a 6'1" junior, averaging 8 points a game. Up front, if you will, it's hard to tell. Everybody plays guard now, but Reese Lundquist, a 6'5" senior, averaging 5 points per game, and Jaden Kerber, a 6'3" junior, averaging 14.4 points per game, and the prior mentioned Derek Paulson, a 6'4" senior, averaging 25 points per game, coming off 46 points, a Wolverine school record against Akron Westfield just a few days ago. So the starting lineup will go Whitrock, Mormon, Lindquist, Kreber, and Paulson for South O'Brien. For West Sioux, come in at 3 and 8. They will start Colton Koopmans, 6'2" average senior, averaging 4.4 points per game. Jaden Kotz, a 6-foot senior, averaging 11.2 points per game. Gavin Garrettson, the 6'1" sophomore, averaging 14 points per game. Austin Van Engelhoven, 6'3" senior, averaging 9.7 points per game. And the outstanding football quarterback, Blake Wiggins, coming off that broken ankle, a 6'2" junior, averaging 7 points per game. We'll be back right after this with the tip. This is Metro Sports TV.
When you go home, you'll feel good about what you did, and you know you're doing it for the kids. If they don't have us, they don't have these games.
All right, we do have some news. Unfortunately, we will not get to see Derek Paulson tonight. The outstanding senior who just came off a school record of points will not be playing tonight as he has an injured ankle, we believe. He will be replaced by Brady Reideman, a 6'3" junior, averaging 4 points per game. So a big turn of events in our game, 25 points to 5 points. Big difference there.
Yeah, we could be looking at a really good matchup tonight. See if West Sioux can take advantage of that injury.
All right, Pat Schultz, Steve Marino getting set here. And so Paulson will not be playing. And late scratch. And we'll get underway here as Kerber will jump up against Van Engelman, and West Sioux wins the tip and have the basketball to start here as they work it around. Gets to Kotz, will fire it inside, and we've got shot clock delay as they were going high-low for the basket on a beautiful dish inside by Koopmans and to Austin Van Engelhoven, and they're going to take it away.
Yeah, that's
Jerome
really,
Hoyt is saying that was a nice-looking play.
It was. South O'Brien coming out into 2-3 zone defense, and they were doing exactly what you need to do to break it, move the ball back and forth quickly, try to get somebody out of their area, trying to cover Van Engelhoven and find him low, and they did. Hopefully that's not something that's going to continue to be an issue tonight. We don't want to stop and start.
No. Be like a game at Sergeant Bluff where they are always stopping, especially if they're behind, and all of a sudden they're ahead. But nevertheless, tough break for West Sioux. So Reiteman, Whitrock, Lindquist, Kerber, and Mormon, the starting lineups for South O'Brien, as Paulson is out of the game. Koopmans, Kotz, Garrettson, Van Engelhoven, and Blake Wiggins for the Falcons as we're getting restarted.
Mm-hmm. And with Paulson out of the game, you got to look at number 25, Jaden Krieber, the 6'3" junior, averaging 14 points per game, 46%, and a 95% free throw shooter. He's probably going to be who South O'Brien is going to look to replace the numbers that they lost with Paulson.
62 points per game South O'Brien averages on the season against. There's a nice inbound pass. So they get it back. Turnabout is fair play as Van Engelhoven scores on the nifty little inbounds called by Jerome Hoyt. Jerome made the right call there, and he's going to play man-to-man against South O'Brien.
A little bit of kind of a...
Well, they got a matchup down below. Right. Triangle 2, and it just got burned right there as knocking that one in beautifully was Mormon, who is not a bad three-point shooter, and he knocks that one in, and it's 3-2. South O'Brien leads.
And that's going to be the big weakness of that defense is when you're playing man-to-man with your guards and you're leaving Koopmans down below. They run a lot of those screens. You're going to find somebody open at the top of the key, and these boys can shoot the three-point ball.
Van Engelhoven scores again after the long missed three by the sophomore Garrettson, and right back in the lead goes West Sioux. Thanks for joining us. Rob Maynard's over at Hinton doing a doubleheader. Long three put up right in front of us as we get to see the whole thing as Kerber, as you mentioned, going to take over that scoring load. Couldn't hit, and the rebound comes down to West Sioux. They're going to launch a three. It's no good by Kotz, and the rebound's pulled down by South O'Brien as both teams playing very deliberate basketball, a little different than the last game we did together, Steve.
Yeah, last week we were at ILCC up at Esterville. And
what shot clock, right?
Absolutely. They never even got down below 10 seconds. Those boys were firing all game.
Another three is knocked in from the corner that time by Whitrock, the senior. And back ahead goes South O'Brien. There's a foul called on the dribble drive. And South O'Brien bench didn't really care for that one. And an inbound play here for West Sioux as they scored nicely on their last one.
Yeah, and they're finding something. I think West Sioux has done a great job finding the hole in that zone defense so far. They're just going to need to stay patient. With a nice shot there by Colton Koopmans. He gets his first basket. They just need to stay patient. If South O'Brien's going to throw up threes, you're going to make more twos than threes. The patience is going to be the key. Take your easy shots.
Koopman's averaging 5 a game, knocks that free throw in. Another long three by the Wolverines is off, but long rebound comes off, and not being able to put it back in was Brady Reiteman, who's in for Derek Paulson, and he's got a chance to make up some of that 25 points right here. Reiteman been to the free throw line 2 times this year. He's made them both. He's 3 out of 3 on the season. So good free throw shooter.
Yeah.
Paulson came in as an 80% free throw shooter. That one rattles in and out. And the rebound comes off to West Sioux, and they're going to bring it in the front court. And get set right here.
Use your athletes.
Dribble drive up, off, no good.
Garrettson's
by
a good
Garrettson.
shooter. Garrettson's a good shooter. He'll hit those.
You bet. High percentage shot, couldn't get that one in. And against that box and one, or box and two, or whatever they're playing, guarding man-to-man, they're guarding Kerber. Rest of the guys playing zone, and it pays off right there. Good steal ahead, and dribble drive in, and scoring is Blake Wiggins. So Blake makes a nice play, being the good athlete he is. Timeout called by South O'Brien. We're going to be back right after this. It's 8-7 West Sioux and our first break.
Cleaner dishes, tubs, sinks, and more? Call H2O4U at 258-SOFT. Want softer hair, skin, clothes, and towels? Call 258-SOFT. Want safe, clean drinking water? Call 258-SOFT. Have an existing water system that you want checked? Call 258-SOFT for the $69 Serviceman Special. Want a free water test? Call 258-SOFT. Great water is all we do at H2O4U. Call 712-258-SOFT or go to softwater.com.
We're back on Metro Sports. Pat Schultz, Steve Marino, 8-7. The Falcons have an early lead, and the Wolverines are going to try to go figure it out with their top scorer, Derek Paulson, in crutches.
Yeah, luckily this weird hybrid defense that West Sioux is playing has left a lot of open three-pointers, like that one there by Riedemann, couldn't get it to fall. But that is where South O'Brien's found a lot of their opportunities.
The ball has to go over and back, not his foot. The ball has to go over and back, so tough call right there. And it'll go back to, he did not come. If you come to a jump stop and go back over, it's over and back, but that wasn't the correct call. And Jeff Lucas knows better than that, but didn't quite have the angle. He just went with the crowd noise, I think. So, chance here for the Falcons against this 2-3 zone. Garrettson whips it over to Cox. His shot is off, no good. Rebound pulled off by Riedemann, who is so far filling those Derek Paulson shoes quite nicely.
And South O'Brien was a little aggressive on the defensive side with that. I'd like to see Kotz or even Wiggins, any of those guards, Garrettson, maybe pump fake on one of those. They'll probably get a good drive afterwards, penetrate that defense, and open up one of those posts that have been scoring early for him.
West Sioux looks to run to beat that zone down the court. Blake Wiggins will drive in. Garrettson's pull-up jumper a little hard. Long rebound pulled off by the Wolverines, who want to play tempo, it looks like, tonight.
Garrettson's shot's just been a little bit flat. Both of those mid-range jumpers came in a little too hot. He adds a little more arc.
There's a high arcer that's going to be off, no good. Rebound pulled off by the Falcons as Mormon couldn't hit that one. And it's sitting at 8-7, 3 minutes to go. Both teams trying to figure out these defenses. Another high-low action, beautiful pass. Again, inside. And laying it in was Eli McMillan. Another great shot, a great pass by Van Engelhoven, and they just laid in. Excuse me, that was Coltmans who made that nice pass. Dribble drive in, no good. Rebound pulled off by McMillan, who has come into the game and made two big plays. Dribble drive in, off, no good, as Garrettson wanted the foul, no call. And it's going to go back the other way slowly for the Wolverines, who trail 10-7. And they're trying to figure out this triangle in two. That's not really a triangle. There's a nice drive in, off, no good, tipping around. Picked up by McMillan, who already has 2 rebounds in just 2 minutes of play, plus a basket. Poor pass that time. Wolverines with a run out, pull up and score nicely. And they will get the charge as pulling up and knocking that one was Jaden Kerber, who you think is going to be the key to the game, averaging 14. He'll go to the line where he is 20 out of 21. That's 95%, Stephen.
Yeah, he's a really good free throw shooter. And one of the advantages of this for South O'Brien for this awkward kind of hybrid, like you said, triangle. Too weird.
Then it kind of flattens
out.
out.
It's opening up a lot of opportunities. So a lot of open shots around the perimeter, but also a lot of drive opportunities. And if he's 95% from the free throw line, I could see them trying to get him to drive and get contact as the game goes on.
The lefty shows why with a beautiful shot. Good-looking shot. He knocks that in. That's got to be quite a 1-2 punch when they're both playing together. Short step out area, another good pass. McMillan can't handle it. Ball fought around, and we're going to have a travel or jump ball. And we're going to have a jump ball, and it'll go over to the Wolverines. Jerome Hoyt wanted a timeout, but the official said, Jerome, you got to have the ball.
Yeah, we didn't have possession on that one. Good call by the refs. And we don't say that often.
Oh, this crew, we do, Jeff Lucas and John Malloy, a couple of great guys, by the way. They swing it around to the Wolverines at a 10-10 tie. Another three, and he's not being shy. Is Riedemann and can't hit that one, but they all rebound. And that's one of the things about playing this junk defense. It's very hard to rebound out of.
Yeah, because you got everybody down low, and especially if you're trying to work the perimeter where the openings are, you're going to leave the post wide open for rebounds.
Another three put up by Krieber. That one's off, no good. Here comes the other way, off, no good by Gerritsen, who's getting inside, just cannot finish. And with 1 minute and 10 seconds to go, we're tied at 10.
And that one was ill-advised. He kind of got himself caught in midair and had to put one up. Wouldn't suggest continuing to do that if I were Coach Hoig.
Shot clock down to 10, backdoor play, and goes out of bounds. Good idea, couldn't quite execute. And the Falcons will take over.
Three big as Copeman comes back in, and they leave McMillan on the floor, putting their size on the court.
Should get interesting now.
A lot of length out of South O'Brien, but you can tell the size difference, the size advantage does go to West Sioux. So West Sioux takes a timeout here.
And we'll take a timeout with them and come back. We're tied at 10.
Up to your neck and trying to swim through confusing insurance policy choices? Well, before you drown in coverage you don't need, contact Allstate agent Ryan Stussy. Ryan will help you assess your immediate and also long-term needs so you can clearly choose options catered to your home, personal property, or financial future. Contact Ryan and review your coverage today. 605-377-6776. Don't drown in coverage that you don't need. Stay afloat with Allstate agent Ryan Stussy. 605-377-6776.
Thank you to all of our advertisers here in Haywarden to help us bring these basketball games. And this game is presented by CF Industries, providing clean energy to feed and fuel the world. And thank you to Main Street Auto, Borchers Supply, Rivers Edge Bank, and all the rest of our outstanding advertisers here as teams come out of a timeout. And we'll see what Coach Hoyt decides to do with 45 seconds to go. Falcons playing the short-handed Wolverines very well here so far tonight. Again, they go right to the middle, then Engelhoven puts it up and in.
And if you're Coach Hoig, I'm giving Ben Engelhoven that all game. He's not been able to miss. He's 3 for 3 on that for his, it should be 6 points.
Austin playing quite well, but there's the counter right there. The long three goes in by Whitrock, who is also playing quite well tonight.
Only mistake there by South O'Brien is they went a little early. They're going to give West Sioux one possession here before the end of the first quarter.
Dribble drive in, pull up jumper, and that one's off. No good. Tip up by Engelhoven, and it's no good. But that's going to end an eventful first quarter with your score. The Wolverines of South O'Brien, they lead at 13-12. We'll be back right after this. You are watching Metro Sports TV.
Free, free, free for 3.33% APR. Open a new Telco Triad Rewards checking account or upgrade your current account and earn 3.33% APR. No monthly fee. It's free, free, free. Visit telcotriad.org for all the details and requirements. Then stop by any branch to open or upgrade to our free rewards checking account. Telco Triad. It's where you belong.
Iowa Lakes is the biggest bang for your buck. I don't know why you wouldn't come here. There's more to community colleges than you think. It's not just go to class and go home. There's still so many fun things you can do on campus. I made some great friendships with my professors. Like, I wanted to go to class. I wanted to do their assignments. You know, I liked the challenge that they gave me. And I think that makes a world of difference. I couldn't have asked for more. My name is Lauren Flayhardy, and I think Iowa Lakes is the perfect place to be.
We're back. Premier Communications is looking ahead. Keep connected with Premier Communication, proud advertiser of Metro Sports. Again, they go high-low, and this one zips through the hands that time of McMillan as they come out. Colton Koopmans has made some terrific passes there, but that one went a little harder and went through the hands of McMillan. And South O'Brien will bring her on down. Another long three is off, no good. Offensive rebound pulled down by the Wolverines and can't get the shot, and they're foul there as Whitrock put up the three, couldn't get it. And ball was ripped down by Cooper Anderson. And Cooper can't get his first free throw in. 13-12 in the early going. Both teams trying to figure out each other's defense. Looks like West Sioux's going to attack the high post. And South O'Brien's going to look to try to hit some three-pointers.
Twos versus threes. I like that matchup.
Then they drive. Van Engelhoven's three. That one's off, no good. Only shooting 28% as a team, and that one's off. Staying in that. Now it looks like just simply a 1-3-1. Shot off, no good. Tipped up, no good. Rebound pulled off by South O'Brien. Stepping through is Whitrock, and the ball's blocked out by Kay, but picked up and still not being able to put it in was Brett Evans, who checked into the game, and Brett had one point blank, couldn't hit it. And here come the Falcons, again getting that ball into that high post.
Looks like South O'Brien is going to counter Van Engelhoven sliding underneath by putting Reese Lundquist just on him.
Koopmans can't hit it. That ball goes out of bounds and will go back to West Sioux. As both teams starting to put in a few subs. Here back comes Jaden Kotz for the Falcons. So they'll go Kotz, Garrettson, then Engelhoven, Wiggins. There's a little lob play and a good one. And Gavin Garrettson, who just checked into the game, was fouled. Another good pass by Colton Koopmans. Colton is playing his best Ernie DiGregorio tonight. Did I get you with that name? Or did you know who that is?
The names I'll give, it sounds familiar.
he was way back in the day, old Providence All-American and great player in the NBA for the old Buffalo Braves. I'm talking Buffalo, yeah. 1973 to 1978 there, buddy. So I excuse you for not knowing those. I shouldn't even know this.
Appreciate that. Yeah, my knowledge doesn't go back quite so far.
Nope, you're a little more contemporary than this old fossil. Nice job there on the free throws. And here comes South O'Brien as this has been an effective defense as they continue to shadow Jaden Krieber, who was probably meant for Paulson, but they said the next best guy is Krieber. Let's keep it, and you see why. As he steps through. Have to earn it, though.
Yeah. Yeah, great head fake by Krieber there. Got both Van Engelhoven and Koopmans to jump. I'm sure Coach Hoig is going to try and coach them on that one. Keep your feet. Good slide through pass there. Good bounce pass. Slip it over to Kotz. Down to Koopmans.
Koopmans, beautiful pass in there to Wiggins, and who's fouled. Great ball movement right there, Steve.
Yeah, absolutely. Great ball movement, especially by a post from Koopmans to slide that through. As soon as that ball came in, Wiggins cut right to the basket, and it's exactly how that play was designed.
Blake, a 50% free throw shooter on the year for a team that only shoots 50 26% from the free throw line. So when you're shooting 26% from the threes, under 40% from the field, and 56% from the free throw line, tough to win basketball games.
Yeah.
You got to do it with defense, and that's what tonight's going to have to be.
Defense and athleticism to try to get as many high percentage looks as you can. And so far, they've been doing a pretty decent job of it.
Mormon.
But it's a long night to have to do that.
Mormon kicks it off. Long shot by Whitrock is off. Long rebound pulled off by the Falcons, and here they come with 5:11 to go, trailing by 3. Let's see how they work it out. So far, it's been Copeman's, and there's a beautiful pass. Wiggins to Copeman's, and he's the beneficiary.
Yeah, just a great little pick play by there. Wiggins slid around on a swing, and he took number 33, Brady Riedemann, with him, along with his defender, and that opened up Copeman's for the easy bucket.
Well, we talked about Paulson and his offense, of course, with 25 points a game. But when you lose a 6'4" athlete, it hurts you on defense, too. Yeah. Long three knocked in right there by Jaden Krieber, and he's starting to solve this defense.
Yeah, it's just going to be a lot of motion from South O'Brien. They're going to get a lot of trails, set up some screens, and just try to find the openings, and Krieber's finding them.
This time ball slapped away by the Wolverines, and here they come. Krieber, that's his 17th three-pointer of the season, a 30% three-point shooter. Doesn't have a whole lot of attempts, but he's starting to feel it now. Puts it on the floor. It's knocked away by Kotz on the run out. And Engelholm puts it up. No good. Rebound pulled off by the Wolverines, and they'll take it the other way. So missed opportunity that time by the Falcons.
And Whitrock did a great job of sliding and getting a hand on the ball just before Van Engelhoven was going to take his last dribble. That made him hesitate just a little bit, and he went a little too deep and had to make an athletic play to get that ball in and just couldn't.
Jaden Krieber put the ball on the floor. The ball's knocked away. It'll go back over to West Sioux, and Jaden's going to sit down and take a little break. Well, excuse me, he's going to stay here as they flipped it over. It's going to stay here with the Wolverines as Krieber is going to take a little break. He's been working hard against that box and one. 18 on the shot clock, 3:40 to go in the first half. It's 19-15. Thanks for joining us on a somewhat windy night, mild night. Whitrock's going to let that three. He just can't hit it. Offensive tip in. Nice play that time by the Wolverines as they get the offensive board, and the ball's tipped in by Brett Evans, who's been positive off the bench. And the biggest lead of the night at 21-15. Koopmans, long three, McMillan, and he rattles it in. So, rare three made, and that's the first one by Eli McMillan this year.
Big man showing some range. Great shot, Eli McMillan. I'm sure they'll take that mismatch on the outside all game.
Yeah, they'll probably let him have that one again. Riedemann's going to try to counter, can't. Weak side rebound, Koopmans, and here comes the Falcons with it now a chance to tie. Put it up, big guy. He looked for three, nothing there. Kotz is going to try to tie it, can't. Long rebound, Evans. And the Wolverines are going to slow it down. So they gave it a good try. 2:36 to go. Falcons still trail by 3.
And Kotz had that open look. I appreciate Coach Hoig by letting his guys shoot, but at less than 30% from 3, you got to start looking at easier buckets.
Driving in was Gabe Mormon. Ball knocked out of bounds. Ball will go over to West Sioux as it goes off the Wolverines. But you know our theory here at Metro Sports, shoot it before you throw it away.
Absolutely.
We see that enough.
Volume shooting at, even at 28%, if you throw up enough of them.
One of them might go in.
Yeah.
21-18 is your score, staying in the zone. Taking away that low entry, shot off, no good by Van Engelhoven, and Eli put a little football move on the weak side and can't get away with that. The ball will go back the other way for the Wolverines.
McMillan's another one we're happy to see on the floor as he got injured during the football season as well. Made his season debut late in the year and got a couple of games in before, unfortunately, West Sioux's season was ended, but it's great to see him back at full health.
Kerber comes back in and gets bodied on the drive. And West Sioux has brought their defensive lunch pail with them tonight. They're working hard on the defensive end. Hinton girls were leading Hartley Melvin Sanborn girls by 5 at the half. There's a drive inside. Evans going to be called on a foul, which Hoyt wanted a charge underneath as Copeman's was called for a foul. He didn't think so either, as he looked like he had position. And the brawny Brett Evans let him have it, and Brett will go to the line. Leaves that one short. 3 out of 5 this season from the line. Now 3 out of 6. And he knocks that one in, and it's a 4-point lead for the Wolverines. Metro Sports TV will be with you tomorrow. A little college action. Steve and myself will have that game from my LCC. And as we mentioned, you don't need a shot clock at that level.
No, those boys fly around. If you're looking for some entertaining college basketball action, I would highly suggest checking us out tomorrow, because at this point at the college level, your junior college players are probably playing as hard as anybody else, because they're really trying to find their way up to the next level.
We'll have a full slate. Go to Metro Sports TV. Monday, Hinton will have a doubleheader. The game Tuesday has been canceled between shot off, no good. The Hinton boys and West Sioux has been canceled on Tuesday, so scratch that one off your calendar. That game will not be played. Squaring up and knocking that one in was Kreber, so Jaden got a little rest, and away he went. Also Tuesday night we'll have East Slamma Jamma as they'll take on city rival Heelan. Koopmans drives in, Van Engelhoven. Good flash cut. Koopman's shot rolls out, no good. Ball knocked away by McMillan. And South O'Brien had numbers, decided to slow it up. Now they're going to bring it up anyway, as they are going to be very patient on the offensive end. Squaring up, long three, good. Gabe Mormon, who was 0 for 4 at that point, knocks that one in. Here's a dribble drive, and still not getting the breaks, as coming in was Garrettson, and Gavin simply can't get that roll tonight. 8 seconds to go here in the half. They throw it to the corner, 3 seconds, ball knocked away. He's gonna let her fly, ball blocked away, and that's gonna end an eventful first half. A little flurry there by South O'Brien. They come in at 8-3. They lead at 27-18 at the half. We'll be back with statistics and more. 27-18, South O'Brien leads at the halftime.
KCAU and Metro Sports TV have teamed up to give you the most complete sports coverage in Siouxland. Watch live full broadcasts of local high school sports on SiouxlandProud.com. Just click live sporting events under the sports tab. KCAU 9 and Metro Sports TV. We're Siouxland proud.
Josh and Emily are visiting Emily's parents this weekend, where Josh will propose. He's nervous, but not about the ring. Well done, Josh. Well done. Chase is proposing to Ashley at the resort where they first met. Ashley was vacationing with friends, but Chase ended up being her best friend of all, plus some. Every diamond tells a story, but there's no story like yours. And there's no diamond like a Greenberg's diamond. Greenberg's Jewelers, a cut above the rest.
Mitchell Electric, providing top-of-the-line electrical service since 1975. Mitchell Electric can help you solve your electrical needs with upgrades, remodeling, new construction, rewiring, and troubleshooting, among the many services Mitchell Electric provides. Let Mitchell Electric light up your world today. Mitchell Electric, proud sponsor of Dakota Valley Athletics.
Go Panthers!
Bob Rose presents Do You Know Pizza? The exciting trivia game where if you don't know pizza, just wing it. True or false? Romanian Christian Jimitru ate 200 pounds of pizza in a week.
Mamma mia, that's a lot of pizza.
Bob Rose knows pizza, and they know how to feed a hungry family. Pizza, wings, burgers, chicken, and more. Bob Rose, where good food and good times gather.
When the leaves start to turn, that means summer's over. So head to Baumgars now for your pre-winter needs. In one stop, you'll find leaf rakes and winterizing fertilizers for your lawn, plus batteries and antifreeze for your car, weather strip, caulk, and pest control for your home, and warmer clothing for you. There's shelter for your pets and heaters, including electric, propane, and kerosene to keep you warm. From the Midwest to the Rockies, Baumgars is your fall weatherization headquarters.
H2O for You is your water store. H2O for You is the solution for cleaner dishes, clothes, showers, and tubs, and water that tastes fantastic. Your water store will even test your family's water for free. And all of our equipment comes with free basic installation. Having issues with your current water system? Your water store services most brands. Have the clean, soft, great-tasting water your family deserves. Go to softwater.com or call 258-SOFT today.
Banking isn't just about financial products. It's about service and what we can do for you. Those personal touches are at the core of who we are at Central Bank. Decisions are made locally by people who get to know you. And while a lot has changed since 1877, we're still committed to our customers and to being the best bank in every community we serve. Central Bank, member FDIC.
Tees to Please, custom printed sportswear, 1008 West 7th Street, Sioux City, Iowa. Specializing in screen printed t-shirts, long sleeve tees, crew necks, and hooded sweatshirts. We have in-house artists creating custom graphics and designs. We also produce custom awards, trophies, plaques, and medals. For all your custom printed needs, Tees to Please, Sioux City, or online at tees2pleaseonline.com.
Take the ride to Wattie's Bar and Grill. Enjoy delicious burgers, steak tips, wings, and the best pizza around. Get a Chiefs Bloody Mary and make sure to grab a half gallon to take home. Take the ride to Wattie's Bar and Grill in Hudson, South Dakota.
This perfect ring is for Allie from Zach. They married without a diamond ring right before Zach went to serve his country. And now he's back. Jake and Sarah successfully pitched a big client together over a year ago. They got along very well. So well, in fact, Jake's about to pitch Sarah a proposal. Every diamond tells a story, but there's no story like yours. And there's no diamond like a Greenberg's diamond. Greenberg's Jewelers, a cut above the rest.
(27-18), we're at half. Metro Sports TV is the leader in live high school sports streaming across the Midwest. We are now featured in Sioux City, Sioux Falls, Des Moines, and the Lakes region, and on demand wherever you may be. Couple scores in. 61-25. The Hinton girls ranked number 3, Class 2A. They defeat Hartley's Melvin Sanborn. They continue to roll. They have a big game Monday night against highly ranked Cherokee. You won't want to watch that game on Metro Sports TV. Rob Maynard will have the Cherokee versus Hinton doubleheader. And don't forget, the Hinton boys are 10-2 on the season, so big year in Hinton. Also scores Sioux Falls Jefferson and Sioux Falls Washington playing up. Our Metro Sports TV crew have that game in Sioux Falls, and that scores 21-23. Washington leads in the second quarter. Out of basketball, please go to metrosports.tv for all the schedules and our features. And a big week next week as the pre-mentioned Cherokee versus Hinton game. The game Tuesday here that Metro Sports was going to broadcast has been canceled. Hinton and West Sioux will not play, so that game has been canceled. So cancel that, cross that one out. We'll have the East versus Heelan game on Tuesday night. And then February 8th, going to be an exciting time as we'll be at West Des Moines Valley for the Valley Invite basketball invite. West Des Moines Valley, ranked number 3 in Class 4A, will take on number 7 ranked East High. And that game will be followed, we believe, or by Western Christian versus number 3 Waukegan Class 4A. So that's going to be an outstanding doubleheader coming from you, West Des Moines. That's February 8th. A lot of games before that. It's 27-18, balanced scoring for both teams so far tonight, as it's been a defensive battle. 6 points for Jaden Kreber and 6 points for Gabe Mormon have led the 8-3 Wolverines, who are playing without Derek Paulson. Their 25-point per game per score, as he is out what we believe looks like an ankle or some type of foot injury. So, Steve Marino, your thoughts on the first half?
I think West Sioux did a pretty good job early on of confusing South O'Brien. I think South O'Brien eventually figured it out and got their scorers going. I think maybe South O'Brien had to find a little bit of their identity without Paulson being in their lineup, and they sure found it. They got a couple of guys going, and by the end of our first half here, they got their scoring rolling. West Sioux is going to have to adjust a little bit to be able to continue the good defensive game that they've been playing. On the other side for them, offensively, they just need to get buckets to fall. I mean, they've got some great looks from the outside. We're only able to hit 1 3-pointer in the entire first half. Some great stuff down the post. They just got to be able to take that saran wrap off of the rim, you know, that it's fresh. You can score on it now, and as soon as they can find that bucket, they'll be able to maybe weasel their way back into this.
Some great passing by Colton Copeland's on early from that high post going into Austin Van Engelhoven. He's looked good distributing the basketball.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that's been one of the big bright spots for West Sioux has been the dynamic duo of Van Engelhoven and Copeman's. Those two boys playing high-low in that post were able to work a lot of that zone and find some nice open shots. Great hands for a post by Copeman's.
The bottom line for West Sioux, the ball has got to go in the basket when you are just shooting 30% from the field, 26% from the three-point line, and 56% from the free throw line. Ball's got to go in the basket.
Yeah, absolutely, and it's got to start by getting high percentage looks. I think a couple of times, Garrettson, Kotz, even Wiggins, their guards have unfortunately been taking some ill-advised shots. They've been getting into the mid-range and then stopping right before their defender and getting hands up, but they got to find a way to make the shots where they're able to set their body and get some good form, or they got to continue to find the post down low.
So 27-18, Pat Schultz, Steve Marino, Metro Sports TV, bringing you West Sioux athletics as we have now for 6 years, I believe. How about that?
I remember coming up here during the pandemic in 2020, covering a few games with guys. Wasn't so sure about what I was getting myself into, but I'm happy to say I'm still here today.
Darn it, I keep asking you back to.
It's been a good time.
All right, we're about ready to start the second half as both teams have warmed up. West Sioux will bring out Colton Koopmans, Jaden Kotz, Gavin Garrettson, Austin Van Engelhoven, and Blake Wiggins. That'll be the starting five here in the second half for West Sioux. For South O'Brien, though, and Caden Whitrock, Brady Riedemann, Reese Lundquist, Jaden Kerber, and Gabe Mormon. As mentioned, Derek Paulson is out of this game. So they get started. There's that high post pass. This time Wiggins goes to Koopmans and he lays it in. So good start for the Falcons offensively.
Yeah, just going back to their bread and butter. And Koopmans is just one of those athletes who's going to be able to make easy shots if you give them to him.
Falcons trailed by 1 at the quarter, 13-12, and then a 7-0 run gave South O'Brien their largest lead, 27-18 at the half. So a good start to the second half for the Falcons as they're going to stay in that box and one. Dribbling deeply and ripping the ball away is Koopmans. And we got to let them play through, and the ball's going to stay here. And the West Sioux bench is saying, come on, you took the run out from us. Let them play. We do have a score from Jefferson. Sioux Falls Jefferson leads Washington 38-31 in the third quarter. That game is at Jefferson. Now that you live in Harrisburg, we got to get you, those are some great venues. 1 second on the shot clock, put off, too late, air ball, and great defense played by the Falcons. So Brad Newitt and his Sioux Falls crew have another good one going on. One thing about those, they fill those gyms up as well, and everybody watches it. Honestly, you could put 2 frogs racing in Sioux Falls, and people are going to tune in. That city is sports crazy. Nice bounce pass. And Engelhoven, who throws it in, probably overpassed, but they call a foul, and going to the line will be Copeman's.
Yeah, I wasn't so sure about Van Engelhoven making that extra pass, but ended up getting away with it as the contact going up on the shot did Copeman's draw to at the line. Copeman's one of the bright spots is a 60% free throw shooter as he misses his first, the old broadcaster curse.
I don't think there's much of a curse when the Falcons are at the line. The curse would be a make. It'd be an oddity. There it was. Yeah, the reverse curse. He knocks that one in as 27-21. Falcons scoring the first 3, short step out area. And looking and making a dangerous pass, but making the catch, and they go back in, and Rademan can't score. Ball knocked out of bounds, and it goes White way. So they had a good shot. Reese Lindquist, a short step out area, had a chance. Make something happen, but they couldn't quite put it in. 27-21's your score. Long 3 from the corner, gets nothing. And South O'Brien, though they had numbers, are going to take their time, as they should. Well, shoot it before you turn it over, and Engelhoven with the steal right there, and back come the other way, and
they were going to wave off the shot on that one.
Oh boy, that would have been a nice little continuation as Gavin Garrettson drove in there, and they're not even going to give him a shot. He said on the floor. Coach Hoy just saying, how come he's not getting to shoot those? But
another one of those situations tonight where whistle blown just a little too early. They got it on the initial body contact.
Again, a little overpassing. You've got to shoot it when you get it in that deep. And as you said, this Falcon team is a bit undersized inside, so sometimes it makes heed to pass the ball, but a couple of overpasses there. Dribble drive, pull up, and getting the bounce. No, slapped off the brim. Rebound picked up by South O'Brien as Kerber kept that alive off the miss by Mormon. Long 3 put up by Whitrock, no good. Ball pulled off by Copeman's, and here comes the Falcons, and they're going to decide to slow it down just a bit.
Yeah, there's no reason not to. There's plenty of time left in the game as Cox hits a 3-pointer.
We like that one as he knocks that one in, and that's a big one by Kotz, who is shooting 38% for 3, so he's got to shoot a little bit more, and makes a big steal right there. Going in for the layup, scoop, and they better call a block. Oh, that's not a good call. No doubt that the player was way too deep, and foul called right there.
Came down hard on his left hip, and he's still down.
Which tells you he wasn't set. We hope the young man's okay, but he got away with one right there, and that takes away a run out and a possible 2 points by Jaden Kotz, who's suddenly on a roll. As South O'Brien, 3 minutes into the half, have yet to score. And Coach Hoyt is saying, well, the young man's okay, but maybe he isn't hurt if he wasn't moving.
Right.
I don't know.
Yeah, Mormon definitely moving his feet when he was setting.
I don't even think he had his feet on the ground. I think he went up to block the shot, actually. So foul called on West Sioux, and it'll go back over to South O'Brien, who looking for their first tally here in the second half. 3 minutes without scoring. We saw a little bit of that in the first half, and then they went on a little bit of a run. Let's see if they can come up with a set play there as they're attacking this box and one. Dribble, drive, jump pass. They get away with it. Long three and get it right there.
And that's what they found in the first half is number 13, Brody Van Beek hits that three. That's what they found. They keep working the ball back and forth, and they're able to set up some shots on the outside.
Going the other way real quickly was Garrettson, and this time they do call the foul, though. That one looked kind of like it wasn't, but he'll go to the free throw line where he's shooting 60%. So Van Beek hits a big three, and if you can hit the three against a junk defense, you're pretty good shape.
Yeah, taking a quick release as he didn't take a whole lot of time to get that shot off. Back to the call, that might have been a little bit of a makeup for the missed call on the previous possession.
It definitely was. Well, that's okay. Free throw, 1 out of the 2, 30-25. Falcons trying to keep in this ball game. Down by 9 has been the biggest margin. This is as close as they've been since midway through the second quarter. Van Beek has a three, traveled. And he had the right idea. Nice little ball fake, but before he took the pound dribble, he moved his feet. And the ball will go over to the Falcons, who's shooting the ball just a little bit better.
Yep, speaking of shooting, McMillan checked into the game, the only other Falcon to hit a three-pointer tonight. See if they might dial up something for him on the outside as well.
Codd swings it around. Garrettson, there's the high-low. McMillan gets it in, switches to his left hand, and scores. Eli McMillan having a great game for the Falcons. And they cut it to 3. Here come the Wolverines playing on the perimeter. Wet Rocks 3, good. Threes are starting to fall for South O'Brien.
And pure, nothing but net on that one.
Indeed. 33-27 is your score. Again, the high post. They go high-low to McMillan. Can't save it. Blake Wiggins gets the save, but the underneath official called it on the baseline, while the sideline official, who was standing right there, didn't see it.
Yeah, and through a lot of contact, McMillan went for that ball.
Well, we always get a kick out of when the official can, must be a good official when you can look through 6 guys and make the call. So hand back here is pulling the trap as Wiggins comes up hard, trying to make a play.
Don't mean to sound like Romo, but I don't know about that one, Pat.
I'm going to have to agree. Of course, we got a great view of that one. We like the play-ons here at Metro Sports. Sometimes some calls just don't need to be made, just for the continuity of the game.
Yeah, the crew tonight's done a really good job of letting letting the boys play so far, but a couple questionable ones here as we get into the second half. Great three-pointer.
Hits his second three. There's a steal going behind the back nicely. Going up as Mormon, his floater is no good. Tips it up to himself. Still wants to shoot it. He's going to call foul down below. So big three puts it up by 9 again, and now they have a chance for their first double-digit lead of the night. And West Sioux can ill afford to fall behind by double digits.
Yeah, with their struggles shooting the ball, they really want to try and keep this thing within reach. Great defense there by Coltman's, rebound by McMillan. They really want to try to keep this thing within, like you said, that 10 points, because that's just a few possessions.
Coach
for
Hoyt
them.
Wants a timeout. We're going to take a timeout with him. He knows this is important right here. And we'll be back right after this.
Free, free, free for 3.33% APR. Open a new Telco Triad Rewards checking account or upgrade your current account and earn 3.33% APR. No monthly fee. It's free, free, free. Visit telcotriad.org for all the details and requirements. Then stop by any branch to open or upgrade to our free rewards checking account. Telco Triad. It's where you belong.
Iowa Lakes is the biggest bang for your buck. I don't know why you wouldn't come here. There's more to community colleges than you think. It's not just go to class and go home. There's still so many fun things you can do on campus. I made some great friendships with my professors. Like, I wanted to go to class. I wanted to do their assignments. You know, I liked the challenge that they gave me. And I think that makes a world of difference. I couldn't have asked for more. My name is Lauren Flay-Hardy, and I think Iowa Lakes is the perfect place to be.
We're back, 36-27, key possession here for the Falcons as they cut it to 3, but now find themselves down by 9 again, the same amount they trailed by at half. And what are you looking for on this possession, Steve?
Well, I'm looking for them to set up something easy. They got Coleman's lined up at the top and McMillan down low. Watch for Coleman's to come in on that swing pass, but McMillan just had no time, and he had 3 defenders on his back, couldn't get anything going.
Ball slapped away nicely. Long 3 again. This one's off hard, no good. Ball pulled off by the Wolverines, and they'll get to restart their offense as
good pick by Wiggins.
There's Wiggins with a drive and the score. Blake Wiggins with a big play.
Yeah, West Sioux needed that with the quick scoring spurt by South O'Brien. They needed a spark.
Again, defense out of the timeout by the Falcons, awfully tough. Long 3, off, no good. Good block out by Holtmans, and here come the Falcons with a chance again.
I think West Sioux could probably pick up the pace here, move the ball around. Oh.
Travel call on McMillan out front as he didn't quite get the ball down on the floor before the feet moved. And he's had a couple of tough calls against him here in the last couple of scenarios.
Yeah, they'll give you that one in the college and the pros, and they might give you 3 steps in the pros.
The pros, they certainly will. So here come the Wolverines trying to go. Kerber's going to try to come with his first basket of the half. Can't hit. Rebound pulled off, and scoring is Lindquist. He's done a nice job inside as Reese Lindquist, and he scores again.
Yeah, and South O'Brien has started pump faking on their 3-point shots. They're getting West Sioux's guards up off their feet, forcing the post to come out, leaving only 2 post defenders down below to rebound, and that's where they've been able to get a lot of second chance points.
McMillan is tied up underneath, and he will get to go to the line, or excuse me, they'll take it out of bounds, and score from the Hinton boys. The Hinton boys lead in the second quarter, 34-23, so they continue to have a good year. That shot is good. Nice shot right there by Jaden Kotz. They got to get more shots out of Jaden. That's a good-looking jumper.
Yeah, I think they should, try and set him up on something. He's finding his stroke from deep.
He has 7 points on the night. Skipping it around, and Kotz out there causing all kinds of problems. Stepping through, off, no good. And Mormon misses, and on the weak side rebound, as we talked about, when you play this junk defense, you have to rebound, and on the weak side, Reese Lindquist is doing a nice job. Ball kicked in the corner, Van Beek for 3, pulls a string on that, and guess who got the rebound? Goes up, ball knocked away by McMillan. On the run, they try to pass and return, and just can't quite finish that one up.
No, McMillan floated it too far on the initial pass, and Kotz had to try to catch quickly and get it back to him as he was running out of space fast. It's just really difficult. That needed to be a more direct pass by McMillan.
38-31 your score. End of the third quarter up in Sioux Falls. It's Jefferson 44, Sioux Falls, Washington 40. So that one looks like it'll be a good one. You can catch that live or on demand on Metro Sports TV. Join myself and Steve Marino tomorrow from the Lakes region, Iowa Lakes Community College.
We're all over Northwest Iowa.
Yeah, we are. Long 3 and knocking that one in. Squaring up was Brody Van Beek, and he knocks it in, and that puts him up by 10. Dribble drive in, block made, and that's going to end the third quarter. First double-digit lead for the Wolverines, 41-31, as Van Beek hits a big 3-pointer.
Free for 3.33% APR. Open a new Telco Triad Rewards checking account or upgrade your current account and earn 3.33% APR. No monthly fee. It's free, free, free. Visit telcotriad.org for all the details and requirements. Then stop by any branch to open or upgrade to our free rewards checking account. Telco Triad. It's where you belong.
Iowa Lakes is the biggest bang for your buck. I don't know why you wouldn't come here. There's more to community colleges than you think. It's not just go to class and go home. There's still so many fun things you can do on campus. I made some great friendships with my professors. Like, I wanted to go to class. I wanted to do their assignments. You know, I liked the challenge that they gave me. And I think that makes a world of difference. I couldn't have asked for more. My name is Lauren Flayhardy, and I think Iowa Lakes is the perfect place to be.
41-31 is your score. South O'Brien has its first double-digit lead of the night on a big three-pointer as they get the ball to start the fourth quarter, and they can really put some damage on as these threes are starting to go in. That one almost went into the cafeteria as Cade Whitrock couldn't quite hit that. Had he hit that, that would have gotten this sizable South O'Brien crowd. They're excited about their basketball team, and they should be.
Yeah, 8-3, they've done a good job so far, and they've done a great job tonight without their leading scorer of still finding ways to get the ball in the hoop.
Having an illegal screen called right there as
Coltman's called with that one.
Coltman's or Austin Van Engelhoven went to set a side screen, and they got caught. Not supposed to get those calls against you at home, are you? Short step out area. And they're going to bring it back around. Mormon, Whitrock again, got that
one. Too easy when you've only got one defender playing out on the perimeter.
Yeah, at some point in time, and there's a steal, and layup is good.
Don't beat.
Cooper Anderson with the big defensive play. And just like that, the lead is 15. Dribble drive in, Garrettson can't hit. Rebound, Copeman's off to McMillan. He has 1-3, make it 2. Knocks it in, but got a foul called on Kotz. And Coach Wood can't believe it. We get a three-pointer, and you're going to call us for our second foul away from the ball. They don't call those things on the road, at home. Get enough bad breaks on the road, let alone something like that happening. So 12-point lead after all that. Here come the Wolverines. And they swing it around. Long three, up and off, no good. Ball knocked away. You had a little Duke flop going on over there, but their officials didn't go for that one.
Lundqvist at the ground.
Kerber.
Because he was leaning too hard on Garrettson, he just moved out of the way.
Nice inbound play that time, but they're going to call a push away from the ball, and some tough calls all of a sudden. And what happens with these fouls is you start shooting two with 6 minutes to go. One more foul on West Sioux, and excuse me, that's only their third. Should have been their fourth, but there they flip it up there. It's you start shooting 2 free throws already. Another long three. This one's good. So Mormon starting to find his range, and it's 15-point lead.
Yeah, they've definitely found their shooting stroke, and that's fortuitous for them. This is how they've really been able to open up the lead, and they've got the open shots. West Sioux's just not able to get anybody out on the perimeter to defend that when Kotz is the only one running around trying to cover 3 guards. There's going to be open threes.
And there has been. McMillan, a 75% free throw shooter. 3 out of 4 on the season, but knuckleballs that one up. Off, no good. With 6 minutes to go, you can ill afford to miss anything. Down 15. Ball around, and Engelhoven goes up nicely, almost gets a tip in. And here comes the Wolverines, who will be extremely patient now with a 15-point lead. Or maybe not. Another three, good.
That's Caden Whitrock with his 18th point. Whitrock coming in only averaging 4 points per game, gets 18 tonight. That average will bump up just a little bit after tonight.
5 3-pointers by Whitrock. Kotz lets one fly, gets his own rebound, dribble drives in, switches hands.
Through contact.
Looks like he got a little foul. That McMillan gets it. He gets hammered. He'll go to the line. So no lack of effort by West Sioux, but now it's just the three ball tearing them apart.
And Kotz will now have to take a seat as he's limping. Went up and kind of came down on someone else's shoe, twisted his ankle.
So Eli's gonna jam this one in. 2 out of 3 from the line tonight. 5:25 to go. And a 17-point lead for South O'Brien. Led by 9.5. Cut down to 3. But now a salvo of 3-pointers. Whitrock and Mormon and Van Beek have shot them out of that junk defense, and they're going to stay in it. But another long 3. This one's off. Friedman puts up the shot, no good. Rebound pulled up Evans, and he scores. He's been effective off the bench, has the big fella.
Absolutely.
Blake
with his 5th point.
Blake Wiggins in a hurry. Nothing there. They'll restart it. Blake gets his feet set, pulls his trigger, loops out, no good. McMillan again with the rebound, and he's going to go to the line. Eli playing hard tonight.
And they need something. You're down 19. Only 4:41 left to go. At this point, you're playing for pride to see if you can scratch back into this game, and McMillan showing a lot of heart. It's his first of 2 misses.
Gavin Garrettson, who lead 14 points, has just had a tough night tonight. Only 1 basket, 13 attempts. Next one's up good. Rome Hoyt wants a timeout. We'll take a timeout with him. It's an 18-point lead for South O'Brien.
For commercial auto insurance, don't hesitate to contact Derek Hill at Joe Morton & Son Insurance in collaboration with Great West Casualty Company. Whether it's trucking or workers' compensation, Derek is here to assist you with all your commercial auto needs. Get ready to hit the road confidently with Derek and the team at Joe Morton & Son. Give them a call today, 402-494-7747.
We're back, 54-36 is your score. Join us tomorrow from the Lakes region. Iowa Lakes Community College will take on Western Iowa Tech. Should be a good basketball game, and if you like up and down, slam, dunk, and all that fun stuff, tune into that. And then Monday, Hinton Blackhawks have a big doubleheader against Cherokee. Both girls teams highly ranked. That should be a good one. Tuesday, we'll have East Slamma Jamma against city rival Heelan. Go to Metro Sports TV for all our games and our schedule, as tournaments are just around the corner, Steve.
Yeah, it's hard to believe,
isn't it?
We're already at that point in the season. Seems like just yesterday it started. We were wrapping up football season and getting ready for basketball.
And guess what? Playoffs and basketball are starting. We still have college football going on. Is that right? Something's wrong about that. Wiedemann's tip up is good. So he's filled in nicely. He puts that one in, and it's up to a 20-point lead. There should be a travel called on Garrettson, but
gave a push.
Gave him a little push in the back. So he's going to go to the line, as Gavin has just been stymied tonight by a tough D and a lot of tough breaks on those shots. Shots that have normally gone in. Another good inbound play by the Falcons, but can't convert. The ball's going to go out the other way. Tonight's basketball game is presented by CF Industries, providing clean energy to feed and fuel the world. Thank you to CF Industries for being our basketball presentator. Also Central Bank in the pregame show, and all of our outstanding advertisers, including Borcher Supply, Main Street Auto, Coilcraft, Mercy Health, and Rivers Edge Bank. Thank you all to help make these games possible. Step through, another good pass. Copeland's shot, no good. McMillan again with the rebound, and big fella is just eating up.
He gave a little bit of a smirk there as they gave him that call, his third straight opportunity that he's had at the line. He's just been powering through a lot of contact. He's the biggest man on the floor right now, size-wise.
3 out of 6 from the free throw line. 12 points tonight for Eli. He also has 8 rebounds, so he is came to play. Knocks in that first one. And knocks in that second one.
Couple bright spots tonight for West Sioux has been Eli McMillan and Jaden Kotz. Good to see him back on the floor after twisting his ankle, but those two have done about all they can to keep West Sioux into this game and provide a spark, just not enough against the three-point game of South O'Brien.
Yeah, junk defenses are good if they work. Got a call down below, and again away from the ball, so okay, I guess must have been something.
Van Engelhoven picks up his third. Some extra contact. Well, as Van Engelhoven gets led right into the body of number 13, Brody Van Beek.
Brody's played well for the Wolverines. Mormon for 3, good.
That's 12 points for Gabe Mormon.
All on three-point attempts as Copeland, or excuse me, Erickson's gonna keep trying until he gets it in. Fouled that time and will go to the line. 59-38 your score. Timeout called. We're gonna take a timeout with them. We'll be back with Metro Sports TV. West Sioux basketball, they trail by 21.
When you go home, you'll feel good about what you did, and you know you're doing it for the kids. If they don't have us, they don't have these games.
59-38. Pat Schultz, Steve Marino. Steve, well, it went well for a while, and then all of a sudden the three-pointer started going in, and the Wolverines have just pulled away.
Yeah, as the energy of West Sioux began to fade, because they've been running around playing that junk defense all evening, the energy just kind of, they're getting worn out, having to try and chase these Wolverines around all night, and unfortunately that's left the wide open three-point shot quite a number of times, and that's why you're seeing a 21-point South O'Brien lead.
Good one going up in Sioux Falls. Sioux Falls, Washington, and Jefferson are tied at 55. So in the fourth quarter with 2:43 to go. Good.
Garrison hits his first 60% free throw shooter on the season.
Hinton boys continue to lead Hartley Melvin Sanborn by 7 in the third. Free throw up and good. A lot of basketball. Make sure you go to KCAU Sports Zone tonight at 10:20. You'll see highlights of this game, all of our games on Metro Sports TV, and all the action around the area. So South O'Brien, if you want to watch your kids on Sports Zone tonight, tune in. Long three off, no good. Ball rebound picked up nicely, and then a foul call there. Come on, officials will let them play with 2:44 to go.
Krieber visibly upset with that call, but
at the same time, you don't want to bump someone 45 feet away. Now we got a timeout. We'll take a timeout with them. We'll be back right after this.
Free, free, free for 3.33% APR. Open a new Telco Triad Rewards checking account or upgrade your current account and earn 3.33% APR. No monthly fee. It's free, free, free. Visit telcotriad.org for all the details and requirements. Then stop by any branch to open or upgrade to our free rewards checking account. Telco Triad. It's where you belong.
Iowa Lakes is the biggest bang for your buck. I don't know why you wouldn't come here. There's more to community colleges than you think. It's not just go to class and go home. There's still so many fun things you can do on campus. I made some great friendships with my professors. Like, I wanted to go to class. I wanted to do their assignments. You know, I liked the challenge that they gave me. And I think that makes a world of difference. I couldn't have asked for more. My name is Lauren Flayhardy, and I think Iowa Lakes is the perfect place to be.
59-40 as we're back. The last 4 minutes of this game took longer than the first half. So, suddenly the officials said, well, we don't want to get home this early, huh? Second free throw up, and that one rolls in. So good news, free throw shooting's getting a little better for West Sioux. We got to travel that time as teams may be getting a little tired here, and not a little chilly Friday night, a little windy, but seasonable weather.
Yeah, one of the warmest days we've actually had in a while is that cold front blew through pretty much the entire week.
Don't get used to it, it sounds like.
Oh, no.
Garrettson fires it off. Another three-pointer by Koch, and he's got a pair of those, and it's 59-45. 2:20 to go.
Too little, too late for West Sioux.
Yeah, the shooting's got to just get better. Step through, and they're going to swing it back out and run some clock as South O'Brien just goes about their business. You lose 25 points, and why is that not a play on? As now we'll go to the free throw line. So at 59-45. Norman to the line. He's had a big night. That one out. No good, as we've had 20 free throws in the last 3.5 minutes.
The referee is definitely making sure the crowd that was here tonight in Hayward, Iowa, got a full basketball game.
Both teams playing zone, nobody pressing. Wolverines just milking the clock as they should, up by 14 with 150. We've seen stranger things happening, but
I don't see Reggie Miller on the court, though.
Shot with 3 seconds on the clock is off, no good. Ball goes out of bounds, and it'll go over to West Sioux and see if they can make some things happen. From the three-point line, Kotz has hit a few. McMillan checks in, he's hit one.
Yeah, I'd like to see them go back to Kotz. A couple threes he's had over in that far corner, and he's worked hard. He's earned the opportunities here at the end of the game.
Good-looking shooter. Has good rotation, good ups. He got the ball right now. Goes into McMillan, has it back, lets it fly, and got it. And timeout called by Jerome Hoyt. And we'll be back right after this, 59-48.
You and Metro Sports TV have teamed up to give you the most complete sports coverage in Siouxland. Watch live full broadcasts of local high school sports on SiouxlandProud.com. Just click live sporting events under the sports tab. KCAU 9 and Metro Sports TV. We're Siouxland proud.
Welcome back to Metro Sports TV as we had a expedited commercial break there. A little bit of message mentioning our partners at KCAU TV.
You bet. Sports Zone tonight at 10:20. Anthony Mitchell. We're going to have a Iowa playoff preview show for basketball here in a few weeks. So stay tuned to that. It's going to kind of go off our football preview show that so many people tuned into. So KCAU, the iconic Channel 9 KCAU. They're sports legends. From Gene Sherman, Tim Seaman, now Anthony Mitchell.
Happy to be partnered.
Oh boy. Channel 13, Dakota News Now in Sioux Falls. We're pretty fortunate, Stephen. 59-48 your score, 1:23 to go. As they come out in man-to-man press and handled nicely by the Wolverines as they bring it right down the middle. Goes Whitrock, has a man to his side, doesn't want it, spins it outside, and they'll reset the offense now as they broke the pressure, and under a minute to go.
Yep.
An 11-point lead. Led by 9 at half, up as many as 17. 10 seconds on the clock, all put up, no good. Rebound picked up, they got to run out ahead if they want. Van Engelhoven, and no, the ball was slapped, the backboard was slapped, no call, and I missed the layup anyway, and that should do it with under 40 seconds to go. Got a foul there, and going to the line will be Whitrock, I believe, or Mormon.
Yeah, that one's a little difficult to ignore. It's right there at midcourt, and Van Engelhoven threw his body right into the offensive player. Mormon. Kind of hard to not call that one, especially in front of the crowd.
Yeah, that was a.
McMillan will check back into the game, as that was Van Engelhoven's 5th foul on the night.
Guard play's been solid, Steve, for the Wolverines.
Yeah, it doesn't seem as though they've really missed a step. Missing Paulson, which is good to see if you're a fan of South O'Brien, that this team's still able to put up some points in bunches without their highest score.
Falcons need to stop fouling here, and because they get 2 shots. There's no more 1-on-1. I missed that.
That one would have been.
We like those.
That one was debatable, as I believe that was Coatman's going up for the offensive board to try to kick back out, and they called him on that.
Why wouldn't they? Next one is up, and that one rattles in. And here come the Falcons. Blake Wiggins traveled. And with 24 seconds to go. Looks like 9-3 now for South O'Brien. 3-9 for West Sioux. They played hard, but got hit by too many 3-pointers and didn't make enough shots. Ball slapped around, and they're going to get the ball back. And Kotz for 3. And what a night for him. And did they call timeout? Yes, on 9, but Jaden Kotz, I would prefer you just jump into the, don't give him a chance to set up against the press. You just jump into it and get to see what happens, as opposed to now they get to set something up. And a lot of options with 9 seconds to go. 62-51. Big day for Jaden Kotz, as he has been outstanding for the Falcons with 14 points, and he will be our player of the game, brought to you by Wall of Fame out of Sioux City, our Wall of Fame player of the game, Jaden Kotz. Good game by Jaden. 14 seconds left. They'll inbound the ball. 62-51. They continue to pass the ball around. 5 seconds, and that's going to end your ball game. Your final score, 62-51. Player of the game goes to Jaden Kotz. Steve Marino, I will see you tomorrow at the Lakes, as Iowa Lakes. Please go to Metro Sports for all of our games. Thanks for joining us. Thank you to all of our advertisers. Go to Metro Sports TV, go to our Twitter page, and remember, you can rewatch all of our games at Metro Sports. Hope you enjoyed tonight's broadcast. Once again, your final score, South O'Brien wins at 62-51. Take care, everybody.